Now, it's been a long time since the Maharaja has been a world champion. And at breakpoint, the next PLE, the Maharaja has locked in his opportunity to become the first ever WXM heavyweight champion. And another man in that four-way is Skyler. Now, Skyler, you want to attack the Maharaja? You want to put your filthy hands on the championship that you have not yet earned? Get out here and face the Maharaja like a man. Get out here, Skyler.
I want you to win WXM championship for me.
No.
What's going on here? Looking to attack with the briefcase. The Maharaja with a blue face with a super kick by Fateh.
To him on in, Fateh. And that's a good already. He's lost his watch. He might have to lose a lot more.
And it's the Kula. And Dave, the Maharaja may have made plenty of enemies. Let's add one or two more to that list right now.
I heard that your organization needed some changes. Well, good news is I'm an expert when it comes to fixing things. So, if your boss is interested.
It is now main event time for Ground Zero, and to say this is personal is certainly an understatement. This man is still looking for his pound of flesh. Neel stalking his prey, ready to charge full. What the hell is going on here?
What's happened here? What the hell?
Whoa.
That's Mecca! Damian Corbin!
Baliyan Akki to the aid of Neel.
And a giant connection coming out here, but there's a hook kick right into the face.
Smidt from behind, and Sakura. I believe backup has arrived. The Maharaja, Corbin, Mecca, and Fateh all run for safer ground. What the hell? Skyler with the world title. He was rejected by Rajda Maharaja earlier tonight, but Fateh wants to own that title. He wants to own whoever holds that title.
Yes, Rishi. As we discussed, this is a matter of utmost importance. We have one half of our blockbuster main event for our PLE. The prodigal son, Raj the Maharaja, against the bloodthirsty hound, Skyler. But that's all gonna go up in smoke if they rip each other to shreds before the PLE. Please tell me you've considered my plan to protect our main event. I know Jeet isn't gonna like it, but hey, I can convince him. Of course I can. I can convince a zebra to walk into a lion's den blindfolded. Yeah, all I need is your go-ahead. Amazing. You're not gonna regret this. I'll go make the announcement right now. Aren't I the best executive this company could ever ask for? Yes, I know. Executive assistant. I won't make that mistake. Hey! You headline hyena, you land slicker, you're not gonna get headline out of me!
With tensions boiling over for many WXM stars tonight, the action is guaranteed to be intense as we are headlined by a colossal 8-man tag match. As we are coming to you from a hyped-up Gurugram, India, we proudly welcome you to WXM Ground Zero. I'm Johnny LaQuasto back alongside Dave Bradshaw. And Dave, right now the question on our mind is, what announcement is Bobby B going to make in a matter of moments?
Well, we know that Bobby B has the ear of our CEO Rishi, so when Bobby B speaks, you listen. I can't wait to hear what he has to say.
Well, there's no doubt Jeet will certainly be listening to everything Bobby has to say as well. But with that said, let's get to the action you're going to see tonight on Ground Zero. We will kick off the action with debuts from two of CMLL and Mexico's most exciting stars as Capitan Suicida takes to the sky with the insanely athletic Flip Gordon.
The World Warrior Kevin Malik looks to get back to winning ways as he takes on a man making his return to WXM, the East Asian Samurai, JD Lee.
And a rivalry continues as May and Miya Yotsuba face off with Emi Sakura and Mila Smidt in tag team action.
Then in our main event, a ring-shaking 8-man tag that is more than personal with the Zamindar Fateh teaming up with his lieutenants, Dev, Damian Corvin, and Mecca as they clash with the WXM Tag Team Champions, Jai Connection, the monstrous Neel, and a man who has already qualified for that final 4-way match in the WXM World Title Tournament, Raj, the Maharaja.
It's going to be an explosive night. Welcome to Ground Zero. Well, we just saw the phone call between Bobby B and Rishi as the executive assistant is now walking to the ring with armed security. Dave Bradshaw, I'm not quite sure what to make of this, but Bobby looks elated.
Well, look, Bobby B, the executive assistant of our CEO, Rishi, has a problem to solve here. There's no doubt about that. We know that there is a real danger that that main event, that 4-way match, that breakpoint could be jeopardized if things between Skylar and Raj the Maharaja continue to escalate.
Absolutely, we still have to get through the rest of this tournament to the final 4-way, and Bobby B claims he has an idea to maintain order with the final 4-way.
What an uncouth reaction for the executive assistant to the greatest CEO, Rishi. You guys don't have a clue how the corporate ladder works, but I will educate you. We have our PLE. We have a world champion, a heavyweight champion to be crowned. We have a 4-way, and 2 of the competitors have been finalized. The renegade Skylar and the prodigal son, Raj. Yeah. But the way things have been going, I don't think we're going to reach the PLE without something really awful happening along the way. So what I'm going to do is make a decision after consulting Rishi.
Hold on. I don't think the Maharaja has any interest in waiting for that decision. He wants to get the decision up close.
Raj the Maharaja still absolutely furious after what's happened between him and Skylar these past few weeks. And
Who could blame him? I mean, he was struck with the World Heavyweight Championship.
What the hell is going on? What is this all about?
Okay. I have spoken to Rishi, and I have come to a conclusion that the way you've been brawling, you've been acting like a madman, Raj, and I need to step in. I need to make a decision you will not like, and that decision...
Since when do assistants make decisions around here? Who the hell are you?
Okay, first of all, I am not an assistant, I am an executive assistant. I am an executive in this company. What are you going for? None of you are executives. And as an executive, I spoke to Rishi, and there... You may not need me, but you're going to need this no contact order because you are not going to be allowed to touch Skylar before the pay-per-view, and Skylar is not going to be able to touch you before the PLE, and that's final.
So Skylar can attack me, but I can't get my hands off Skylar? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, we have an inaugural champion to crown, and if both of you come to blows, it's going to be disastrous for business. Why won't anyone understand?
Shut up! Skylar, get your ass out here and take this beating like a man!
Oh my God. Okay, Bobby B just instilled a no contact order between Rasta Maharaja and Skylar.
They cannot touch before breakpoint. Look at the security. He's going to have a hell of a job in enforcing that order here.
Both of them are in the final four-way to determine the inaugural world champion.
This no contact order is a wonderful idea. And I'll behave until breakpoint. But once that bell rings, not only am I gonna win that championship, I'm gonna break your arm, Raj!
Whoa. Okay. Get in between. Whoa. Raj, if you touch him before the PLE, I'm taking away your championship opportunity. Whoa. And Skylar, I'm gonna do the same to you. You touch Raj before the PLE, your championship opportunity is gone too. Why won't you get it through your thick skulls?
Skylar, look! Know that the Maharaja is counting down the days, and the longer I have to wait, the more you're gonna suffer. I'll see you at breakpoint.
I can't wait, Raj!
I don't know if this no contact order is going to hold between these two.
The animosity between Rasta Maharaja and Skylar has reached a level to where Bobby B and Rishi have decided to have a no contact order leading all the way up until breakpoint. My God, how is that going to be possible between these two men?
Catherine, have you seen this place?
I know, I've seen this place.
Is the Connaught Circle, built and engineered by our fellow good Brit, Robert T. Russell.
I could tell it was British.
I know, fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, Robert the old boy did a great job. He created this, engineered it himself, but guess who built it?
Who?
Well, obviously this lot of scrappers, this bunch of idiots.
The minions.
Minions! And look, listen, this is what they do with the place. Look at them now, stood up against the wall watching us pass. Fools! Scrubbers!
Oh no. They do all the hard
Oh,
work.
absolutely, Catherine. Catherine, if there was anything I would absolutely say that they miss us more than anything. Oh, look, Catherine, look at this dog. I would rather take him out for a meal than, well, say any of these filthy pillocks.
That's terrible, Charles.
Hello, sir. How are you? Charles Sterling. Worth every pound. Lady Catherine.
Pleasure.
Wonderful. Excellent. Right, moving on now. Oh, gosh, yes. Hello. Hi. Hello. Oh, good. God, Catherine, I'm trying my
I don't know why
best.
you're bothering.
Oh,
Why?
I have to try. With these riff, they're just disgusting. They sound horrible, smell horrible. Oh, good grief.
No,
And let me tell you, what this reminds me of is of the WXM roster. The smell, how they feel, how they land and stay on my hand. I just can't let go. Oh, well, let me tell you, Charles Sterling is worth every pound, and with Lady Catherine by my side, we will rule a crowd.
Right now, it's time for a contest between two of the most exciting luchadors on the planet.
The following contest is scheduled for 1-4 with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 76 kilograms, Capitan Suicida!
Capitan Suicida, representative of CMLL, the oldest professional wrestling organization on the planet, founded back in 1933. And as you said, Johnny, the home of Lucha Libre.
Some of the greatest wrestling on the planet you will find in CMLL. Not only is Capitan Suicida one of their biggest stars, but so is his opponent. Well, as exciting as Capitan Suicida is, this man is always ready and willing to take to the sky.
And his opponent from Montana, USA, Flip Gordon!
Well, Bradshaw, there is only one Flip Gordon. He has really made a home for himself in Mexico and CMLL. His career has thrived since arriving in Mexico a few years back.
And just goes to show the global reach of Lucha Libre, that Flip Gordon, obviously not from Mexico originally, but he has embraced the culture and embraced the style that is synonymous with CMLL.
Many fans remember him former title contender in Ring of Honor, but now he's become an absolute fan favorite throughout Mexico, but especially right here in WXM. The history of CMLL as a promotion certainly undeniable. Stars from across the globe have made their name in Mexico, including these two right here. Saw Flip Gordon come out in the camouflage and saluting. He is a former reserve in the Army National Guard, very proud of that time of his career as well.
They're going to be very respectful of each other, but also highly competitive. This is a first-time ever match, by the way, between these two, despite the fact that they both work in CMLL. They've never gone one-on-one before, so it's going to be very interesting to see how this one develops.
You know, one of the reasons this is a first-time match between Flip Gordon and Capitan Suicida, let's be honest, they are very good friends. They've worked together a number of times in CMLL, and, you know, their paths haven't crossed in the ring. But when given the opportunity to fly all the way over here to Gurugram, they said, absolutely, let's have competition. Let's see who the better luchador is.
It is a very even contest so far, as we see.
Oh my! Beautiful splash there. Flip able to kick out immediately, and both stars back to their feet. And clearly they know each other very well.
I like mirror images of each other there.
Capitan Suicida, 12-year veteran. He's competed against a plethora of legends throughout his career in Mexico, and he's also wowed the fans of New Japan Pro Wrestling as well on many tours in Japan. And look at Flip, a little bit of hand walking. Oh my God.
Now Flip Gordon with a little bit of showboating. Suicida tried to take one of his arms out from underneath him, couldn't do it, instead of the head scissors takedown.
There is only one Flip Gordon, and we are seeing just a small portion of why right there.
Absolutely beloved wherever he goes around the world is Flip Gordon. You're getting a very good taste of why.
And Flip Gordon, wow. He's really made a home for himself in Mexico. He's now married with 2 young children, and he said, I never expected to live in Mexico City. He said it's the best thing that's ever happened to me, and he is so thrilled to be a massive part of CMLL, not thrilled to be kicked upside the head by Capitan Suicida.
Well, with all the acrobatics of Lucha Libre, it can equally be very hard-hitting, as Flip Gordon just got a reminder of. Firing back, something of a receipt there for Suicida with a kick into the side of the head.
That's right, catches him. Very well scouted, 2 men who know each other so well. Oh my goodness.
Man, kipping up and then into the kick. Flip Gordon, smooth as you like.
Now Gordon, Capitan able to reverse. Sending Gordon into the corner. The athleticism in this match is uncanny. Ooh, Gordon charging in. Eats a boot in Sagiri by Capitan Suicida. Now looking to build momentum there, right into a cutter.
Hey, that's one hell of a way to build momentum. The cutter just driving the face down into the canvas, and a 2 count for Suicida. You can see how much this match means to both men. Suicida not just here to provide a showcase of Lucha Libre. He wants to win. You saw him arguing with the referee there about the count.
No question. I mean, obviously, we're still making our way through the WXM World Title Tournament. Flip Gordon knows what it's like to come so close to multiple titles. Former contender in the NWA. Ow! And the Ring of Honor World Championship as well, as Flip Gordon gets advantage.
Yeah, what a spring blade that was from Flip Gordon, taking Suicida down. Now Gordon, yeah, he's lining him up.
That sling blade has put down many an opponent in his career into a bit of a steamroller. Oh my goodness! Springboard moonsault into the cover, and Capitan Suicida stays alive.
That's one of the incredible things about Flip Gordon is how he just chains together one remarkable move after another. Blink and you miss it stuff from Flip Gordon.
You know, many stars will take one risk in a match. Flip Gordon, his entire career is taking risks. Coming up empty, nothing but canvas there. Roundhouse kick by Suicida.
That's why we call it a risk, because sometimes it doesn't pay off. Oh! And they're both men have the same idea at the same time. We are at a stalemate in this one.
Capitan Suicida, Flip Gordon, simultaneous cross bodies.
The way that will just knock the wind right out of you when you collide with an opponent at such high velocity in midair.
Fans of India absolutely thrilled by what they're seeing as both stars struggling to get their wits back.
Yeah, great test here of cardio capacity and how much power they can get, or how much air they can get back in those lungs quickly enough as they're both back to their feet.
Trading right hands. Ooh, powerful forearm there by Gordon. Following up once again.
Suicida doesn't really have much of an answer for this at the moment. Gordon's going to go to the ropes here. Suicida this time gets that pump kick into the face. And a super kick from Gordon.
You would think both of these men would start to lose a little bit of speed, showing signs of damage.
Turned into kind of a slugfest here between these two.
Oh my goodness. Into the cover goes Gordon. Suicida able to kick out at 2. Impressive Falcon Arrow there by Gordon.
Yeah, Gordon can't quite believe that that wasn't a 3 count. That kind of like a twisting Falcon Arrow in midair there. Gordon ever the innovator.
Certainly is.
Fans here are absolutely loving this. Lucha Libre arriving in India tonight.
There are a lot of high-flying stars in professional wrestling, but both of these men are so controlled when they take risks, when they take to the sky. They're always under control. Case in point, heading up to the mezzanine is Capitan Suicida.
Suicida!
Oh!
Picture perfect on the Swanton Bomb. Is it enough for the victory? Not quite.
Flip Gordon gets the right shoulder up, and Suicida is now trying to figure out what will it take to put his friend Flip Gordon away. A chop right to the sternum.
Man, what an absorbing one-on-one contest this is between two friends, as we said, from CMLL.
Both men certainly not only have title aspirations in Mexico, but would love to be in the running for gold in WXM. This is a precarious position here, perhaps a vital moment in this matchup as Gordon able to reverse. What's he thinking? Off the second turnbuckle!
Super steamroller! Unbelievable from Gordon!
The damage done to the midsection. Gordon rolls into the cover, and he puts down Capitan Suicida.
Here is your winner, Flip Gordon!
Well, Dave, that match was as exciting as we could have expected. It wasn't the sling blade that was able to put away Suicida. It took a super steamroller to put down Suicida.
Yeah, but put him down he did, and flip Gordon at a time when WXM management is scouting the best talent from all around the world. They will be taking notice of both of these men. What a match this has been here on Ground Zero.
And what a sign of respect between two stars of Mexico. Once again, another display on how WXM is not just a promotion for India. WXM is professional wrestling for the entire world, and it will continue to grow. Big win tonight in the debut of Flip Gordon.
मैं कहा सी ना कि मैं अपनी गैंग फिर तो खड़ी करांगा. So meet my new members, Damien Corbin, Mecca, and my queen, Mila Smidt. And they all have a match tonight, and they all gonna win.
Hey, whoa,
Hey, boys, hey, cool down. Hey, I said cool down. Skyler, तू मेरे नाल वादा कीता सी ना कि तू WXM चैंपियनशिप जितेगा मेरे लिए.
Well, of course. But right now, I need to talk to you about something.
We may have just seen the beginnings of a vicious alliance between the Zamindar and Skyler. But right now, we are back to the action on Ground Zero.
The following contest is scheduled for 1-4 with a 15-minute time limit. And gentlemen, from South Korea, weighing in at 17 kilograms, J.D. Lee.
For the first time since Powerbomb, J.D. Lee is back in action, but the East Asian Samurai is also back with a bit of a new look.
Yeah, young man from Seoul, South Korea, gonna go one-on-one with the World Warrior, a man who says he wants to face competitors from all over the world, but gets a chance here against J.D. Lee.
And this time Lee is without his domineering mentor Shima, who is nursing injuries back home in Japan. Shima sending J.D. Lee to fight solo here in WXM as he's about to face the World Warrior.
And his opponent from Haryana, India, weighing in at 87 kilograms, he is the Indian Eagle, Kevin Malik.
Now Dave, this is an important moment, an important night for Kevin Malik. For the first time in his WXM career, it's about rebounding. It's about bouncing back. The last time the World Warrior was in action, he fell short to Skyler in the WXM World Title Tournament.
Yeah, not only that, but he had his arm injured in the process. We know he's been undergoing intense physical therapy in these past few weeks. I understand that arm is now back to 100%, but I guess we will see as we get ready for this singles match.
Well, as a physical therapist, I can tell you that when damage is done to the elbow, it takes a long time to recover. So the World Warrior may say he's 100%, but that elbow is only protected by ligaments. There's nothing else around the elbow, and ligaments take a long time to recover. So it's going to be very interesting to see how functional the left arm, the left elbow is for the Indian Eagle.
And you can understand why Malik wants to get back on the proverbial horse as fast as he can after that first defeat ever for him in WXM, but it is a very short period of time. And again, we know he's been undergoing that intense therapy, but is it long enough?
While J.D. Lee, known for his explosive offense, incredibly elusive, also a high-level martial artist.
We know he's learned a lot from Shima as well, and got to be a little bit careful here if you're Malik about whether to trust him. Yeah, and that's why.
And that's what you learn from Shima. Right away went for that left arm, and
But you can understand that, I think, though, because if you're an opponent of Kevin Malik at this point, you're going to test the resolve, you're going to test the resilience of that body part, because when you're in there against any opponent, but especially one as talented as Kevin Malik, you're going to try and find any weakness and exploit it whenever you can.
Not to mention, you know, if you're JD Lee, you have to wonder psychologically, how is Kevin Malik doing coming off his first loss? And it wasn't just any loss. This was in the world title tournament. If Kevin Malik had defeated Skyler, he would be guaranteed to be in the final four-way, and now he has to work his way back into title contention. Look at the athleticism there of Malik.
Got to think as well that Malik may have been taken off his game a little bit by seeing that interaction between Skyler and Fateh a few moments ago, where it seems that Skyler accepted the offer that Raj the Maharaja previously turned down from the Zamindar, saying he'll be his world champion.
And when you have the mind of Fateh and the insanity of Skyler, that could spell serious problems for all of WXM. Oh, Kevin Malik charging in here. JD Lee, though, very elusive early on in this matchup. Look at the athleticism of JD Lee.
Yeah,
oh, but Malik.
Great strength from Malik. No sign of weakness in the arm there.
Oh. JD Lee, eyes in the back of his head, connects. And then springboard off the top, sending the Indian Eagle to the corner.
And Malik struggling here after that takedown from Lee. Maybe not. Malik over the top. The arm drag.
Athleticism in his own right. Another arm drag here by Kevin Malik. And a picture-perfect drop kick. Tremendous elevation there.
Malik looking to get back to winning ways, and he's within less than half a second of achieving his goal there.
Now, if there is any star in WXM who has the mindset of being able to rebuild and reclaim, it certainly is the World Warrior.
Well, before that loss to Skyler, you've got to remember he was undefeated here. And I think a lot of people thought that Malik, more than anyone, was the person with the momentum that might take him to that world title. Pressure's on Kevin Malik now to prove that that winning streak wasn't a fluke, that he can get back to winning ways.
And we just saw Malik walk on top of JD Lee. A little bit of out of character for someone like Malik. Oh, wait! Did he land wrong on that knee? JD Lee may have thought so, because he went right after it there with a basement drop kick to the left knee.
Yeah, especially given that Lee was going after the arm up until that point. The fact that he immediately switched to the knee makes me think that clearly Lee believes that there may have been a rough landing there for Malik.
Well, JD Lee is just as intelligent as he is athletic. Korean in heritage, but has had so much success in Japan over the course of his career. And now he's going to work a multitude of kicks to the back of the left hamstring.
Yeah, these kicks are nasty from Lee, and that's nasty as well, trying to get a thumb in the eye there.
And if Lee is able to take out that left leg, that really takes away the ability for Malik to hit the last gear, and now a dragon screw.
Yeah, that's a great point. If Malik's not able to base himself to get enough power in those legs to lift an opponent for that last gear, that really does take out perhaps the biggest weapon in all of his arsenal. Look at Lee's mocking Malik here. You've got to admire the chutzpah in some ways here.
Well, look, when you've been under the mentorship of someone like Shima for so many years, you're going to have that attitude. And now another kick to the back of the leg. And oh my goodness.
Yeah, very savvy here from Lee. He goes to the rope. Kicks him right in the side of the head. That's going to be a test.
JD slash kick into the cover. And Malik able to kick out at two, trying to kick some function back into his left leg. What a night it's been. Still to come, 8-man tag in the main event. The aforementioned Fateh teaming up with Dev and his new lieutenants, Damian Corbin and Mecca, facing off with the Giant Connection, Neel, and Raj the Maharaja. That is going to be explosive, and this hamstring might explode any moment now as JD Lee continues to go to work.
Yeah, I think Raj must have his own thoughts on Skyler's decision to pair up with Fateh. Sure, we'll see more about that later on, but as you said, Malik having to fight through the pain in that left leg. Mistake there from Lee, though, as he misses the elbow.
Lee taking a risk, came up empty. Malik struggling to get back to his feet. JD Lee has had a great game plan here in this matchup, and he's working on one leg right now.
I just saw Malik trying to shake some feeling back into that left leg. There's only so much you can do, though. There's a high knee from Malik right into the jaw of Lee.
Speed is gone, the explosion is gone. You know, he just healed from a left arm and left elbow injury. Now he's dealing with left hamstring and a knee, and now a shot to the thigh.
Doing a real number on that left leg continuously is Lee. Malik giving as good as he gets here though.
Oh. This has really turned into a bit of a martial arts display here, as JD Lee, high level in Taekwondo, very high impactful kicks. Certainly a strong style, but Kevin Malik giving a bit of a strong style right back.
Yeah, look, the testosterone is flowing here. Neither man is trying to block their opponent. They're just trying to show that they can withstand. It's a bit of a game of one-upmanship here.
Oh, but JD Lee wisely goes back to the left hamstring.
And what a chop there from Malik. Immediate fireback from Lee. And Malik kicks him around the back of the head. Back and forth between these two.
He struggled on the elevation there, and look at the quickness of JD Lee coming up empty there on the enziguri. Now Malik from behind. Lee landing on his feet.
Incredible agility from Lee.
Oh my, back of the head. JD Lee now looking to put Malik away. Going for the matrix kick. Oh wait. Coming up empty, Spanish fly there by Malik.
Yeah, just about got it, got enough of it.
Just enough to put JD Lee on the rocks. Can he find a way to hoist up Lee?
He can!
Oh, what a counter into a DDT by the East Asian Samurai.
How smart was that from Lee? It might take him to victory. It nearly does, allowing himself to be lifted because he knew on the way down he was going to counter into the DDT.
Absolutely incredible by JD Lee. It appeared Malik was going for a power bomb there, a little uncharacteristic of him. But nonetheless, JD Lee back on the advantage.
Lee, yeah, if he hit that kick, it could have been done. Then the elbow.
Is going for the JD slash. Oh my God, the flash knee. And JD Lee is out. Can he hoist him up with all the pain in the left leg? Last gear. Malik into the cover and a much needed victory.
Here is your winner, the Indian Eagle, Kevin Malik.
Malik guts it out and proves he's no flash in the pan. In fact, it seems like the loss to Skyler was the blip on the record, because Malik does what he does best tonight on Ground Zero, and that is keep on winning.
They say that we learn more from our setbacks. That may be the case with the world warrior Kevin Malik as he gets back in the win column, as he continues his march towards holding gold in WXM.
सब अंधे हो चुके हैं उस केविन मलिक को अपना भगवान मान रहे हैं Do you really think that he is the savior of Indian pro wrestling? No! This message is for you, Kevin. बहुत उड़ता है ना आसमान में WXM का पोस्टर बॉय बना फिरता है लेकिन ये दुनिया तेरा वो चेहरा नहीं जानती जो मैं जानता हूं You are nothing more than a scared child. I should be there in the spotlight, leading the way. I am the real world warrior, and I will prove it next week. Kevin, you are not prepared for the nightmare that is coming for you. So you just get ready to feel the venom.
Neel, welcome back to WXM. Thanks. मुझे पता है तुम परेशान हो कि तुम्हारे ऊपर जिसने अटैक किया WXM मैनेजमेंट उसका पता नहीं लगा पाई।
यही दिक्कत है सर, मुझे पता है वो फतेह ही है।
वो फतेह नहीं है, उसने सारे सबूत दिखा दिए जिनसे ये साबित होता है कि फतेह का और उसके लोगों का इसमें कोई हाथ नहीं है।
ठीक है, तो फिर कौन था?
मैं पता लगाऊंगा ये। मैंने प्रोफेशनल को बुलाया है, मुझे ये गुत्थी सुलझानी है किसी भी कीमत पर। कर छोड़ो, मैं नेक्स्ट ब्रैकेट पे काम कर रहा हूँ चैंपियनशिप टूर्नामेंट की और तुम भी उसमें हो। उस पर फोकस करो। और एक बात और, तुम्हारा और फतेह का जो भी है उसको छोड़ दो, खत्म कर दो। कहीं ऐसा कुछ ना कर बैठो जिसके लिए तुम्हें बाद में पछताना पड़े।
ये तो मैं आपको ही बोल सकता हूँ सर।
गुड लक फॉर मेन इवेंट।
Well, tension building towards our main event. But right now, it's time for tag team action.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for 1 fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, the team of May and Miya Yotsuba.
Well, Dave, there was no doubt that May really needed some backup here in WXM, and she now has it with her best friend, Miya Yotsuba.
And May and Yotsuba met when they were both students of Sakura. And having seen what happened to May last week when she lost to Smidt due to interference from Sakura, she put the first fight she could to try and help out her friend.
And you see the smile on the face of May. As soon as that bell rings, it will turn to fury when they have the chance to get some payback on the Queen.
They, of course, part of the Jai Connection Tag Team Champions here in WXM.
Will have to overcome two of the newest associates of the Zamindar.
And her opponents, the team of Sakura and Mila Smidt.
You know, it wasn't long ago when Fateh the Zamindar essentially had his army cut in half. And now as we stand, he has acquired the services of not only Sakura, but also the very dangerous Mila Smidt, who made her debut last week by defeating May.
Yeah, we know that the Fateh wanted to issue a welcoming gift, so to speak, to his new potential business partner in Mila Smidt. That turned out to be the interference, and then the Sakura, which, as we said, helped Smidt to victory 1 week ago.
There's no doubt that Miya and May will not back down to the Queen or Mila. Whoa, we're getting off to a physical start here in this tag match.
Yeah, no love lost between students and teachers as Sakura wanting to prove that she is still superior to those she trained.
Quick cover, the official has his hands full here. Now he gets down there and May with the great core strength, able to get out of that pinning predicament. Now a drop kick to Mila Smidt. And this is what May thrives in, picking up speed and right into an inventive backbreaker and a super kick. This match could end quickly.
Yeah, nasty couple of seconds there, that tilt and whirl backbreaker, then the kick from Smidt. May in trouble already, and this is exactly the kind of reason why Miya Yotsuba made that flight over, because she can see how much trouble that May is in at the hands of Sakura and Smidt.
Tom Scrub over this back turn, trying to get Miya back. Meanwhile, a vicious double team here, just trying to rip May in half. Mila Smidt, former national champion wrestler, her ground game is impeccable.
Now May has nowhere to go here. The referee now seeing it, and it's
finally.
Yeah, getting in there to break it up. I actually think that's a mistake from Yotsuba, because she spent so much time inadvertently causing a diversion there. That meant May was suffering more pain for longer. Sakura wanted to say before this match began that Miya Yotsuba was not ready to compete in a WXM ring, and that, I think, may prove to be the case here.
Did you see the smile on the face of the Queen Emi Sakura just ragdolling May, her former prize pupil? And this is what Sakura is all about. She wants to dominate her former students. This is the ego of the 30-year veteran. She has wanted to create her own enemies, and she has done this time and time again. Ooh, double stomp to the hands.
There's a real nastiness to Sakura, especially when she's competing against those who are previous students of hers.
And she doesn't have to do this. She's won titles the world over the course of her career. You can't discuss women's wrestling in Japan without mentioning Emi Sakura, yet she still wants to be this vindictive.
And it's that mean streak that's maybe led her to the Zamindar, but look at this, May trying to lift her up. It's a tough task for May. Can she get her?
Oh. May trying to hoist up the Queen. Can she find a way?
Incredible resolve, incredible determination from May.
Miya Yotsuba finally makes the tag. Emi Sakura feeling the effects of the backdrop and a drop kick to Miya Yotsuba, former professional handball player, incredible striker, a live wire, a high motor, and a hard-hitting offense.
Yotsuba with the drop kick there. Sakura at 6s and 7s here. There's nowhere to go for Sakura except down.
Tremendous hip movement there in order to get up the very powerful Sakura. And now Miya going to work on Smidt. Oh my!
Stacking them up here, going for the cover and the kick out, but I think that entire sequence was an example of how that background in handball is helping Yotsuba here.
No doubt, not exactly the most strategic cover, but nonetheless, now we're looking for a double team here. These two women have known each other for so many years. The chemistry is undeniable. And now May, never afraid to take a risk from up top and a double stomp. Miya into the cover, huge window. Mila Smidt crashes in to break up the pin.
Yeah, you saw May try to stop Smidt from getting there, but she couldn't do it. Smidt with that kind of tackle almost into the cover to break it up.
This match is complete chaos, not exactly shocking. And now, oh, wow.
Almost a collision between May and Yotsuba. Instead, though, they work together. Get that drop kick on Smidt.
Oh, my.
Man, May.
Right into the second rope, and careening to the outside is May. And now Mila Smidt. Oh. Could it be? Trying to lock in the Madame Guillotine. And now, Emi Sakura immediately into the cradle and getting the victory.
Here is your winner, the team of Emi Sakura and Miya Smidt.
Well, Sakura said that she was going to prove tonight that her former protege was not ready to compete against her in a WXM ring. And it is Sakura and Smidt who claim the victory here tonight on Ground Zero.
Tonight, it was all about viciousness over chemistry, and this will certainly please the Zamindar.
Come on, Catherine. Oh, stop the car! Stop the car! Stop the car! You see, Lady Catherine? Lady Catherine, the power of the British. I will stop traffic in his path. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the power of the great British crown, and it will rule. WXM, once again, just like we rule the roads. We're worth every pound, and we... Oh, you know we are. It's up to you, Catherine.
Why did you bring me here, Charles?
Lady Catherine, I brought you here to Delhi, and India, in fact, because there are no women wrestlers here. I have brought you here to embarrass them, just like we do on the polo field. Whether it's building, whether it's mathematics, anything in the world, we are better than the Indians at everything.
You're stronger and better.
And especially at professional wrestling, where you, Lady Catherine, you will show them exactly why you are #1 in the world. Now, can I buy you something or what? Jesus, we're trying to walk here! Hello, Crown Rule here. Now, we all know the British ruled India for centuries. We carried the cross for millions. And that includes professional wrestling. Now, we know that Charles Sterling, myself, will rule the men's division of WXM and India as a whole. However, Lady Catherine, you are here to carry the women's division. Tell them, show them what you'll do.
Yes, well, apparently Indian women are good at sports, great competitors. But you know what? There's not one single one at WXM. There's hardly any female, in fact. So that's why I'm here, because it is laughable. It is laughable. So I am your saviour. I am. Aren't I, Charles?
Oh.
I am the saviour.
Absolutely, Lady Catherine, you are absolutely the saviour. And together, we will be the dog's bollocks. And rule over WXM, because we are worth every single pound.
Hey, look, Ricky, WXM's got its own little kiddie table. What, your mom cut these apples for you guys? Huh? Who made these oranges, you dumb idiot? Where's the real food? Give me that. Where'd you get this, dummy? You guys want some cupcakes? You'll never get them at my birthday party. Never! What are you gonna do, huh? Yeah, what, you and him? Scotty, look out, he's got a weapon. Whoa, what are you doing with that, huh? Now you want to get brave? Now you want to turn around? Okay, yeah, that's cool. We're out of here. Taking your muffins, idiot. That's cool.
Before I speak into this filthy microphone, wipe it.
Well, Shaheen certainly keeping his servants busy here. A solid wipe of the mic.
Thank you if it wasn't already your job. Sheikh Shaheen, open challenge. This challenge is strictly for anyone who hasn't ever stepped into a WXM ring yet.
Hold on. No. Yeah. Is Sheikh Shaheen just begging for, what could it be? Forgiveness, for mercy, you name it. And now Damo hoisting up Shaheen. Oh! The wasteland into the senton, and it's the Belfast Blitz. And Big Damo has decimated Sheikh Shaheen. Well, we are now being graced by the presence of United Arab Emirates royalty, who has had quite a difficult week.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the ace of the Middle East, Shaheen!
Yeah, last week, Shaheen issued that open challenge to any rookie, any greenhorn who'd never previously had a match in WXM, and on a technicality, the guy who answered the challenge was qualified to do so. He had never wrestled in WXM, but he was no greenhorn. Instead, Shaheen got Belfast blitzed by Big Damo.
No question, Shaheen was looking for a rookie, and he got a beast as Big Damo absolutely decimated Sheikh Shaheen. But if we know Shaheen, he's always got a plan. He has limitless funds. He has all the capabilities of rebounding. The question is, what does he have to say tonight after what happened last week?
Well, we're not going to have to wait long to find out. The Sheik is about to be on the mic.
Of course, he feels like the microphone is beneath him.
Lift me up, boys. When I make an order, I expect the exact asset to be delivered. Much like this rope, silver threaded, custom woven, to the extent that if Forbes ever did a richest under 30 in professional wrestling, you'd read all about me. Assuming you can read, of course. You can hit all you want, but wealth shaming is a coping mechanism for the working class. Which brings me to the next subject. The Sheikh Shaheen Open Challenge was clearly stated, rookies only. And Big Damo, you are not a rookie. Big Damo, you clearly answered a challenge that did not apply to you. That's desperation. And desperation is a luxury I do not entertain. Big Damo, bring your fat ass here right now.
Wow. Is this a good idea after what happened last week?
Sheikh Shaheen may be looking straight at a death wish by insulting the Beast of Belfast, who is about to answer the call, it appears. There he is.
Could be another Belfast win right on the horizon for Sheikh Shaheen. I don't think his servants are going to be able to stop him.
I see the servants are quivering with fear right now, and I cannot blame them. Former world champion of OTT, Progress, and ICW, former NXT Tag Champion. Big Damo, 6', 340. Are you kidding me?
Big Damo, you're not so big from here after all.
Oh! And down goes Shaheen, and every one of his servants, his boots, haven't touched the floor at least.
If this was a game of bowling, that would have been a strike from
God.
Big Damo.
Face first into a massive right hand. And the fans here in India absolutely love it.
Shaheen's delusional. What was he thinking calling Big Damo out?
It might be Groundhog Day. What the hell is... What? Is that Sheikh El-Sham?
Sheikh El-Sham!
From behind!
Got that cane.
The back of the left knee. We haven't seen El-Sham since Powerbomb when he competed for the Wave Shield. Now he's attacking Damo. What's happening? What in God's name's going on?
It's been months since we've seen this, man.
Oh, God, he is attacking that left knee. That can easily tear the ACL with all that impact.
Hey, look at this. Sheikh Shaheen.
Hold on. The look on Shaheen's face, he's not surprised. But Cousins?
What the hell?
I'm at a loss. What?
Are these two related?
And now Sheikh El-Sham, the Middle Eastern millionaire, stomping away at the Beast of Belfast while Shaheen, he's watching his cousin do his bidding.
What is it? What is this? He's taking his shoes off.
I mean, those shoes are God knows how many thousands of dollars.
And Shaheen.
Oh, no.
Picking up Damo.
Oh, eat defeat to Damo.
The disrespect from Sheikh Shaheen to the Beast of Belfast. There was a plan after all.
I mean, Dave, you've known Damo for so long. How often have you seen him in a position like this? Now the camel clutch.
And with the cane, he's choking him out here.
Oh my God, and Shaheen continuing the attack. Damo's arms are locked behind the knees of El-Sham in this camel clutch. Damo trying to fight back, trying to get back to his feet. Oh God, another kick to the midsection.
As Shaheen is keeping on going here. A big boot from Damo.
Oh!
Even 2-on-1. They cannot contain the Beast.
Sheikh El-Sham and Sheikh Shaheen may apparently be related, but Damo is, oh no, that left knee just gave out.
The damage has been done, I think. It's a big Damo. Might not have gone exactly to plan, but Sheikh Shaheen, look at this, his feet still not touching the floor here in India, as his cousin, Sheikh Al-Sham, going to carry him out of here. Mission accomplished in terms of doing some tremendous damage here to Big Damo.
But as well as we know, Big Damo is a competitor, and as the Beast of Belfast, there is no doubt Big Damo is going to have an answer, and that answer is going to cause a lot of pain to...
वीरा, एक्सेल से डरना नहीं है, वो सबको अपनी आंखों से डराता है, और तूने उसकी आंखों में आंखें डाल के बताना है कि हम इंडियन किसी से कम नहीं है, और ये तुम्हारा पहला मैच है, इसको एंजॉय करना।
थैंक यू कप्तान।
वीरा, बेस्ट ऑफ लक, तुम्हारा पहला मैच। लास्ट वीक जो भी हुआ, आई एम सॉरी, वो नहीं होना था। लेकिन वीरा, जो तुमने किया, तुमने रूल्स क्यों तोड़े?
नहीं गुरु, मैं आपकी इस बात से सहमत नहीं हूं। लास्ट वीक जब एक्सेल रिंग में सब रूल और डिसिप्लिन तोड़ रहा था, तो आप कहां थे? आपको वहां होना चाहिए था, लेकिन आप वहां में...
कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं कोच, आप निराश मत हो। हमें पता है कि आप हमारा ध्यान रख रहे हो। वो कप्तान भाई थोड़ा सा गुस्से में इसलिए बोल गए। मैं देखता हूँ, उनसे बात करता हूँ। क्या?
नमस्ते दोस्तों, WXM हैवीवेट चैंपियनशिप टूर्नामेंट के पहले 2 ब्रैकेट्स कंप्लीट हो चुके हैं। अगले हफ्ते हम अनाउंस करेंगे तीसरा ब्रैकेट, और उसके बाद चौथा, और जैसे ही इनके विनर्स के नाम आएंगे, उसी के साथ हमारा 4-वे मैच फाइनल हो जाएगा, और ये चारों रेसलर्स लड़ेंगे हमारे PLE के मेन इवेंट में WXM हैवीवेट चैंपियनशिप के लिए, और ये कोई आम मैच नहीं होगा। इस दिन इतिहास रचा जाएगा। आप सबको मिलेगा पहला WXM हैवीवेट चैंपियन। जय हिंद।
Cannot wait for next week as the World Title Tournament bracket gets revealed one step further by Jeet. But let's check out the action that you will see next week on Ground Zero, the debut of Charles Sterling's posh princess, Lady Catherine.
In tag team action, look to fight back against the bullying Burner brothers.
The winner of the WXM tryouts makes a courageous challenge as he takes on the man who struck him from behind. It'll be Vera taking on Axel Tischer.
We're going to see the Ground Zero debut of a man we haven't seen since he competed for the Wave Shield way back on Powerbomb, Sheikh Al-Sham.
And in an effort to prove he is the real World Warrior compared to Kevin Malik, Venomous takes on CMLL's thrilling luchador, Capitan Suicida.
That and much more coming up next week on Ground Zero.
It is now main event time as we are set for a colossal 8-man tag.
The main event, scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing the team of Damian Greene, Mecca, and the Zamindar.
Well, it certainly appears that Mila Smitt's business proposition has been accepted by the Zamindar. And you know, after Sanjana and Rohan Raja being fired, the Zamindar's gang has not only grown in numbers, it's grown in power.
Yeah. Sanjana warned when she got fired by Jeet that you shouldn't underestimate Fateh, who isn't the boy who apparently Jeet has some kind of knowledge of. We still don't really understand the nature of that, but what we do know is that this man has been able to regroup and rebuild quicker and more dangerously than we could have possibly imagined.
And he refuses to stop until he holds gold. But he has a plethora of opponents ready to put a stop to his success.
And their opponents, accompanied by May, the team of Anthony Greene and Baliyan, Akki, J.A.I. Connection!
The reigning WXM World Tag Team Champions, Anthony Greene, Baliyan Akki, nation are ready for action.
And what a victory 2 weeks ago for these guys in that first ever no disqualification match. Tag team titles were on the line.
Have to imagine Corbin and Mecca certainly staring down the champions, just like this man.
And his tag team partner, he is the Gentle Giant, Neel!
Based off of what we saw last time from Neel, just take the word gentle out of that vocabulary. Neel is more monstrous than ever. He sliced Dev in half, he destroyed Fateh through a table, and he helped Jai Connection retain those titles. And now rounding out the team is the Maharaja.
And the tag team partner from Zamindar, weighing in at 103 kilograms, he is the Maharaja.
There's certainly a lot on the mind of Raj the Maharaja as he enters this 8-man tag.
Raj leading his troops into battle. What a battle it's going to be! Main event here, 8-man tag on Ground Zero.
And we are off to a quick brawl for this 8-man tag. This may take more than just Niall Fox, the referee. We may need 3 or 4 referees for a match like this.
It was pure carnage in that tag team title match between 4 of these men just a couple of weeks ago.
And now Raj the Maharaja with a fall-away slam to Zamindar Fateh.
Whoa, it appears Anthony Greene has been taken out of this match very early, and he's covering up his nose. There might be a fracture there.
Raj is going to lead this team as he gets ever closer to that opportunity to become the first ever WXM champion.
And we have to see if Greene's able to recover here. His team may be at a severe disadvantage.
Well, look, doctors have come back here to check on Anthony Greene. I think he's going to be escorted to the back here for further evaluation.
And now Neel in this matchup for the first time. What a return we saw from him a few weeks ago in the no disqualification tag team match. And now Fateh.
Yeah, Fateh hasn't forgotten. That was the same corner of the ring that he got just taken through that table 2 weeks back.
Now, I believe Mecca just tagged into this matchup. Or should I say Fateh tagged Mecca in. Now, I don't know if that was a legal tag or not.
Oh, referee is...
Apparently it was.
Mecca is going to continue the fight here against Neel.
Oh, from behind, Damian Corbin. And now Mecca and Corbin teaming up once again. They entered as a tag team, but they're both certainly looking to compete in the world title tournament as individuals.
We saw these two with a dominant tag team win last week here on Ground Zero.
The three-point stance.
Man.
Oh my God, the athleticism of Neel, and now a clothesline to both Mecca and Corbin. Are you kidding me?
How does a man that size have that kind of agility?
Well, not only is he fully recovered from the concussion that took him out of the world title tournament, quite frankly, he's in better shape now than we've ever seen. Now a tag into Akki.
Akki gonna go after Corbin.
Ooh, lightning quick boot by Akki. Ooh, backbreaker as well. Right into a cover goes Baliyan, Akki, and Corbin able to kick out at 2. Akki has such an inspiring story. He moved to Japan when he was dead broke because he wanted to build his skill set as a teenager as a professional wrestler. He wanted to come back to India to prove that you could be successful in this country, and his goal all along was to show all of India how many stars this country could develop. And he's a great example, but he just ran right into a clothesline by the monstrous Damian Corbin.
Yeah, the city of Belfast, Northern Ireland has created at least 1 or 2 stars through the years, and Corbin is one of them.
And Corbin has a severe chip on his shoulder. He feels like Northern Ireland has been overlooked, not just by his own people, but by the world. And now Fateh, now the legal man.
Yeah, Greene has been taken back to the locker room area to receive some medical attention, so they do have that numbers advantage to Fateh's team, and they are taking full. Look at Dev go. Referee finally turning around and seeing it, but really the damage had already been done.
Look, Dev has a lot of animosity, not just towards Neel, but towards Jai Connection as well.
Well, also, I think he's maybe trying to impress Mila Smidt, who's at ringside.
Actually, a very fair point is now Damian Corbin tags back in, immediately tags Mecca. And they're looking for some combo offense here. Powerful body slam. And now Mecca with a senton, 270 pounds, crashing on the sternum of Akki. Right into the cover goes Mecca, huge win, no.
I'll tell you what, you've got to think, give a pretty big claim to Mecca and Corbin for a shot at the Jai Connection for those tag team titles if they picked up the win there.
Mecca's whole life has been about physicality, tag, former rugby standout. As now Fateh the Zamindar, always willing to tag back in this match when it's very advantageous for the Fateh.
And right now, the Fateh is just barking instructions to everyone, in particular Dev, who's been his longest-serving lieutenant. The only guy who stuck with him, I guess.
Now Dev, the legal man for the first time in this matchup, and you're right, he is the only lieutenant who has stood by the Zamindar this entire time.
Well, apparently he's got a new lieutenant tonight. We heard Skyler finally accept that offer that he'd been shopping around.
That was completely shocking. And now Dev, taking too much time, eats a boot by Akki, who's desperately trying to find a way to his corner, but a clothesline by Dev.
Dev, whatever we might think of his where his attention is elsewhere, there's no doubt this is a very, very talented young wrestler. And he's got a lot of strength as well when he's able to get an opponent into that corner like he just has been. It's actually very, very good tag team wrestling from Dev.
Quick tag here into Corbin, almost an immediate tag into his partner Mecca. And now, more smash mouth offense perhaps. And a tag! The elusiveness of Akki, and now Neel is a ball of fire, willing to take out anyone in his path. Mecca charging in. Corbin eats a clothesline. We've never seen Neel this furious.
Neel lining him up here. Now Corbin to be thrown overhead with a fall-away slam like he weighed nothing.
A sack of potatoes as Corbin flies into the side, face down. Are you kidding me? How do you elevate a man like Mecca like that?
And Neel is something else.
Oh, and now trying to hoist up Mecca. Too difficult and a massive headbutt.
Yeah, bridge too far there.
A tag by the Maharaja, and now Dev, the two legal men. Raj goes right to work with a lung blower. We're receiving word that Anthony Greene will not return to this matchup. A severe numbers advantage, but not when you have Neel. A slicing spear, but now Corbin, a big boot to the face.
And all action here in our main event.
Oh my goodness! Sit out choke slam to Neel by Mecca. And now Akki, Neel, and Raj have to fight this match 3-on-4.
And which has essentially been the been the case since the opening bell. It's blink and you miss it stuff here in this main event. It's just action upon action.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait, what is this?
Now the women are getting into it. Mila, Smidt, and May. And now Dev. Well, I don't know what Dev was trying to do there, to be honest, but he certainly got in the way.
I think I'm not sure he entirely didn't enjoy that.
I mean, I think he was enjoying watching the women fight in front of him. Meanwhile, this fight has spilled to the outside between May and Mila. Koloss! A Koloss out of nowhere, and Rasta Maharaja scores the pinfall.
J-A-I Connection, Neel and the Maharaja.
Dave Bradford. We knew this 8-man tag was going to be chaotic, but we didn't know how explosive it was going to be. From the opening outset, they lost Anthony Greene, but Neel, Baliyan, Akki, and Rasta Maharaja still found a way to prevail.
Yeah, Ground Zero bringing the chaos week after week after week. Rise the Maharaja as he heads towards that chance to become WXM World Champion, leading his team despite a numbers disadvantage to a massive win in our main event.
What you are looking at there is Indian excellence, and that is what WXM is all about, not only in the country of India, but worldwide. Thank you for tuning in